Blue Dolphin here with Hoplite Security, and in this video series, we're going to be getting into the Linux fundamentals with the Try Hack Me cybersecurity training platform. Let's get into it. Jumping straight into things here, if you go over to Try Hack Me and you search up Linux, they have all sorts of amazing fundamentals to teach you about Linux, and they even have advanced information. So you can see here, this is the Linux Fundamentals Part 1, of which there are several parts. Let me go back and show you. So if we go to the main page and we search for Linux on Try Hack Me, you'll see that we get several results. The first one being our Linux Fundamentals course. So you can see here we have Linux Fundamentals 1, which talks about embarking on the journey of learning the fundamentals. And then we have Fundamentals Part 2, where we continue our journey, and they mention about how to log into Linux machines using SSH. Then they have the Linux Fundamentals Part 3, where we power up our Linux skills with some common utilities that we're likely to use day to day. And then you can see we have other things, such as Linux Privesc, a whole bunch of CTFs, common Privesc, and look at this, pages of information. Like, let's just look at it all. This is amazing. More Linux Privesc and all these machines specifically designed around Linux, including the Linux Agency. Look at this. Ooh, sharpen your Linux skills. Okay, let's jump back over to the Linux Fundamentals Part 1 and get into the first task. I'm really excited to get on this journey here. Okay, task 1 reads, Introduction. Welcome to the first part of the Linux Fundamentals Room series. You're most likely using a Windows or Mac machine. Both are different in visual design and how they operate. Just like Windows, iOS, and macOS, Linux is just another operating system and one of the most popular in the world, powering smart cars, Android devices, supercomputers, home appliances, enterprise servers, and more. In this series, we'll be covering some of the history behind Linux and then eventually starting your journey of being a Linux wizard. This room will have you running your very first commands in an interactive Linux machine in your browser, teaching you some essential commands used to interact with the file system, and introduce you to how users and groups work on Linux, brackets, and what this means for us as penetration testers. So this is very cool. I'm really looking forward to this. Linux is something that's been a big part of my life. Obviously, it's a big part of everyone's lives, whether we realize it or not, especially with IoT devices, and I'm just excited to power up my skills and really go through this journey. So I'll see everyone in the next video.